was a bit of haste in calling elections, and the Congress party has made a special appeal, and you know they have a problem with EVMs and what not. Let me quickly rope in Sheila ji once again on now. Let's look at from the reverse point of view, and by the reverse point of view is this election looking back. What have the Congress done differently in a state like Telangana, for example, if it looks back in the past 6 months or past 3 or 4 months since the election was called?
See, Rajasthan's good results of Rajasthan, the lesson for Congress is that as soon as you lose election, you start working for it for the next victory. So that's why results are so good, because immediately after losing, they started working for today. So I think in Telangana, first of all, they had some of a complex, because the way it was a bitter divide, Congress could not gather strength to consolidate itself, in spite of they gifted Telangana to the people. Just one, and second, second is that as Pankaj has very elaborated on our table, that tie up with TDP has really cost them dearly.
It's really hurt them.
Interestingly, I'm just getting...
Okay, just want to put a figure and then I come back to you, Joyita. Have a look at this figure coming up on your screens. Let me just here press this connector button. There we go. Now, if you look at the map just showing you, and the difference of course is in the alliances, because last time the TDP very incidentally was with the Bharatiya Janata Party as a part of the NDA and had a role to play on that front. This time in front, of course, we are counting them within the green of the Congress. So if you look at these two figures, 2014 map looks like this, 2018 now maps look like this. The pink part, which is in the central and the north, have a look. What's changed dramatically is in the south of Telangana, and we're talking about which is where we talk about Greater Hyderabad, which is what Joyita is referring to, which falls in this region. And of course, the east has remained the closest to Andhra Pradesh. The Telugu-speaking area has remained in the bastion of the Congress, and that's where they've got the 19 from. But if you imagine that the Congress would have been sitting at 36, feeling that it would improve its tally to 60, ending up with 19, it's a shock to the system. The BJP last time doesn't count because this was a figure along with an ally that's no longer with them, and the others have also lost, and I'm presuming some of the others that have lost means that the M killed it either. And this is the person who is, I mean, what do you say, 91, here to stay for a bit, defying the odds no matter we like him or not. Sorry Joyita, you were trying to say something, go ahead.
I'm getting information about one particular constituency. It's called Malkajgiri. It is in Secunderabad. There, the Mahakutami hasn't even come second, it has come third. It's a TRS seat. The BJP has come second over there. The third is, and it's a semi-rural seat, semi-rural and semi-urban seat. So, I mean, frankly, it is kind of a meltdown for Congress. What has happened in Telangana is a complete meltdown.
It's something has gone drastically wrong,
no,
and that's going to require more than introspection.
I think
also, and I am generally not sitting here to expound my own personal. Remember, I also think it's Chandrababu Naidu that's cost them big.
Apart from that, the organizational problem on the ground.
Okay.
Just saying anti-incumbency doesn't help. You have to
convert it.
Convert it into votes and seats.
Okay, convert it into votes. Okay, I have two senior editors sitting. Them are busy on their phones, grabbing information for us. Priya, क्या खबर निकाल रहे हो? क्या हो रहा है? What are all these big shots up to?
Well, there is a speculation that has Gehlot cast his first, played his first card really, because that press conference was very carefully worded.
He asked for certain non-support from independents already. Right. I was highlighting that.
And we know who all the independents are.
His people, his guys basically.
All the winning ones really. So he has played his first card, and the speculation in the Congress camp at least is they are still holding on to Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh are there. Chhattisgarh is a nice welcome bonus. So let me finish, Sheila. So the Congress...
Chhattisgarh is the ironic bonus, right? And that's the sweep actually.
That is the...
And the other ones have to be closer contests.
Correct. So as I was saying, that the Congress has already counted its cards, and they have already, the posturing for Chief Ministership has begun. We have our reporter Vijay Lakshmi, who's in Bhopal, telling us that as soon as Kamalnath played the first card, the old guard is playing the first card. Kamalnath invited Scindia and Digvijay to his house along with Vijay Tankha to have breakfast. and then they went to the PCC office. Kamal Nath and Scindia went in the same car, but minute they reached the PCC office, the competitive slogan started saying, Scindia's people shouted for him, Kamal Nath people were shouting for him. So posturing has begun. So as far as the Congress is concerned, they've already won, and they are now competing for the chief ministerial stake. Similarly in Rajasthan also.
But is Jyoti seriously considering chief ministerial bid if the Congress wins?
He is seriously considering, but I don't think the Congress is seriously considering, because...
Okay. No, because he's been upset about it. I mean, that's no longer a secret now. He's been upset about it.
As a very close friend of Kamal Nath told me, would Kamal Nath have gone without the assurance? You know, he has put in his all over there. He has his the face on the posters, and he's put in a whole lot of, you know, in terms of money, support, funds.
Okay, Sheila ji, what khabar have you pulled out?
No, I was trying to get something more on Madhya Pradesh, and I think I feel right now Congress, Kamal Nath and Gehlot, they are playing their cards very carefully right now, because even Gehlot must be watching what is the final result. Because see, as we have said in the very early morning, around 9 o'clock debate, we said that if BJP is strong in comes out, even if BJP loses Rajasthan but comes out strong, Gehlot has a better chance of becoming chief. And if BJP is weak, then Sachin Pilot can...
Okay, so I'm going to ask the producers of these others that we've just discussed, the 24 others now, can we get the... As we've just discussed, I think the breakup on our screen would be really useful.
Madhya Pradesh breakup.
And the Madhya Pradesh others breakup would also be very useful, because you will get an understanding of the BSP and all stands, because are about to start playing out, guys.
I just want to remind all of us and our viewers that in the current 2018 India, in a federal system, state assembly elections are actually more important than any other election, because the real power, the decision making and development in the state capital. So I am saying that till final results come, Gehlot, Kamal Nath, Modi, Amit Shah, everybody will wait.
Okay, at this 98 now, that is short of a majority in Rajasthan, and we've been talking that we're going to probably be here late into the afternoon before we can actually call it. We're not in a position. If you're just joining us on the broadcast as we're heading into 1 p.m, the figure of interest is only at the top of your screen and the bottom of your screen. Everything else is closed. Telangana is game over. KCR is won emphatically. Chhattisgarh is all but game over. It's just for the result to be declared. Congress is winning that emphatically. The BJP has lost Chhattisgarh. And when we're looking at the state of Mizoram, the Congress has been emphatically defeated. It is the Mizo National Front which is forming the government, and the Congress is sitting incumbent veteran chief minister has even lost his own seat. Now, that begs the question, what happens in these two states? And what Sheila just has been telling you is that these two people, Kamal Nath, perhaps in Madhya Pradesh, if this number holds, and Gehlot to be tipped in Rajasthan.
So I am saying situation is very delicate and vulnerable in MP and everywhere, because we know in this tenure of Modi, Uttarakhand, what happened in Arunachal, and you know, it will be very
few
tight.
Seats, you'll have to get resort politics karna padega.
If single largest party emerges and no majority, clear majority,
game is on.
Then game is on.
Okay, then game is on.
But in Madhya Pradesh, at least they're dealing with Kamal Nath. You know, you have to also see the players that are on the ground there.
Okay, and in Rajasthan is Gehlot. It's a bit different.
They're old hands. They're not going to let go so easily.
So both ways.
But game is on.
The independents, we know Gehlot has fielded. Kamal Nath has a very good equation with Mayawati. The Brahmin party that has been fielded, again Kamal Nath has already got ties up with that. So I think in this state, Amit Shah and Modi have kind of met their match.
Okay, Joyita, I mean, if it's going to come down to there, I mean, is the BJP fair enough to say that if he denied them a victory, that's good enough, clean victory, good enough?
Well, it would have been, I mean, ideal for Congress if it had, but it has not won a clean victory, at least in Madhya Pradesh until now, no. And yeah, the Mayawati factor, the others factor, you see, that becomes very important now, because it has got long-term implications. It has got implications in terms of Mahagathbandhan. And remember, yesterday's Mahagathbandhan, Mayawati did not turn up, and Mayawati is not exactly, even though she has been shaking hands with Sonia Gandhi or sharing the dais with her in Karnataka, after that she has been playing her own game.
Congress made a mistake of not tying up with at her own terms?
Of course, to an extent.
No,
yes.
I don't
60
think so.
seats.
Not on her own terms, because she is wanting seats that the
Then
Congress
the situation would have been
winning.
easier for Congress? To
I
an
doubt it.
extent,
I'm disagreeing with that. Because the Congress, Mayawati was wanting seats the Congress was already sure of winning. Why would it give away winning seats here? And please remember, we are not even crossed the halfway mark as yet. Only 4 to 6 rounds have been done. 20 rounds have to be done. So the halfway mark is not crossed.
Okay, all right.
It may not
okay,
be as
okay.
close.
So the caveat, it
or,
could be, but it not head into like 130, 140 certainly.
The Congress is still
But
confident as of
it could change. It could
4
change.
o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Okay, as you can see, the figures in even Telangana have changed slightly. They got 89 now, but it's still an emphatic victory there. And Chhattisgarh is even more solidified now for the Congress. So things could still change, and which is why we're putting the caveats out there. Let's hit our reporters now on the ground, guys. Let's find out khabar on the ground of who's doing up to what. Because in Jaipur, we know that Ashok Gehlot just held a press conference. He's made an open public appeal to all of the others to join up with the Congress. We know that's the open public appeal. What is happening currently in behind closed doors is going to be patently obvious very soon. Seeing big developments, of course, happening in Madhya Pradesh, where all those three, Kamalnath, Jyotiraditya and Digvijay, are now gathering together to watch these results come out live, and you can take it for granted that they will be waiting to find out how well they have won or how well they have done, so that they can plot their next moves.
also going to be the longest day this results come out.
Yeah, longest day, but perhaps in the bittersweet joy of somebody else's victory, they can take some solace, in the sense of at least between the three of them, it will be somebody else's victory if you're sitting and having that awkward conversation. Okay, so now let's look at one thing which is going to tomorrow. Priya will be debating this and discussing this tomorrow, but obviously it's going to be Parliament, right? What's the immediate impact of this in Parliament? Let's say we presume that this thing, Chhattisgarh won, and the Congress holds it in Rajasthan and MP. So that's 3 states, 2 lost.
Usually the research hit Parliament. As it is, Rahul has been upping the ante. He's been talking about, the RBI governor is going to be... the first thing Rahul Gandhi tweeted this morning was about the RBI governor, the BJP attacking institutions. That is a narrative they're going to take forward definitely in Parliament. They're going to also take the BJP up on the Ram Mandir issue, because BJP has made it clear that it doesn't want an ordinance. Congress is going to call its bluff and push for it. We know
is it a bluff? I thought it's very, very calculated move.
I think they will have to go for a Ram Mandir right now.
Very careful calculation.
Rakesh, the RSS is pushing for it, not the BJP. In fact, the BJP party...
But it doesn't seem convenient to say, yeah, let them do it, so that we are not against the code. Let them do private members, but nothing to do with us.
No, but will the BJP push it forward and go for an ordinance? No, because then the BJP will have to put his money where his mouth is and actually forward that private members bill. If they don't support it, then again
let me just quickly get Gopal of the Bharatiya Janata Party joining us on the broadcast before I come back to the rest. Gopal Krishna Agarwal, well, it's now good afternoon to you, sir. We've been here since early in the morning. There are still 2 states that are still too close to call. We can't emphatically call them. They are on the literal knife edge. And Chhattisgarh, unfortunately, has been a huge for the Bharatiya Janata Party. What went wrong?
No, I think introspection is needed with regard to Chhattisgarh. We consider all elections a big challenge, and it's a communication and the message from the people that has to be analyzed. We have put all our efforts in all